The locals told me it was too dangerous and it couldn't be done, but Lake Atitlan is one of the most beautiful lakes in Central America, if not the world. So I decided to jump in and hike solo around the whole lake, to enjoy the views, the food, meet the friendly locals and see beautiful natural scenery, stunning sunrises and villages full of colour. All the while trying to avoid stray dogs and getting run over by chicken buses. This is my solo hike around Lake Atitlan.
Morning guys, how are we doing? Today we're starting a new hiking video. I've just left Panajachel, the main town on Lake Atitlan, and I'm going to be walking clockwise all the way around the lake, and it's going to be a 5-day adventure. Should be epic. It's a bit of a late start this morning, so we've already got the afterburners on, guys. Let's go. Romantic sweets. They look like the kind of place you pay by the hour. So this isn't a properly defined route, and we do quite a lot of road walking today and for the rest of the journey. I don't know how long it's going to take or how far it's going to be to walk all the way around the lake. I've allotted 5 days to do it. Today I've got to get to San Lucas Toliman, which is, according to Google Maps, 25 kilometers away, around 15-16 miles. We're in the rainy season, so it's going to rain this afternoon, so I'm hoping to get there for 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the latest. So there's not going to be any wild camping on this trip, guys, for 3 main reasons. One, the aforementioned rainy season. It can rain from 2 in the afternoon until 12 at night, non-stop, and I'm just not prepared to be that miserable. 2, as you can see, the lake is ringed by volcanoes. Well, you can't see it so well today actually because of the clouds, but there's volcanoes everywhere. There's not much flat ground to camp on. And reason number 3 is because the accommodation is so cheap here. I've booked into private accommodation, sometimes with a shared bathroom, sometimes not, but I've got my own private room. And for 4 nights, I think I've spent about £55. Ridiculously cheap. I'm sure the accommodation isn't as fancy as this, but I've never been that fussy when it comes to accommodation. A bed and a shower, that's all I need. So we started off down there in Panajachel, and we're headed over there, I believe. Little town just between the 2 mountains there. So we've got all of this to do. So the reasons I wanted to do this hike, guys, obviously the lake's beautiful, the volcanoes are beautiful. I wanted to challenge myself, but also I wanted to see these little villages that are dotted around the lake. So we're heading into Santa Catarina Palapo right now, which has a population of 5,000. And the main language here is Cachiquel, a Mayan language. Nice place for a football pitch. Although if you lose the ball, I don't know how you're going to get it back. Very traditional Mayan goods, made here on the spot.
Okay. See, Diane was said, because everybody said that.
So these pickup trucks, they run them from town to town, very informal, they just go to their own schedule, and it's 10 quetzales for the ride back to Panajachel. One thing I've been told to watch out for is the stray dogs. These ones seem okay, but I'm a little bit nervous because I got bitten by a dog a couple of weeks ago on the back of the leg. Took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it, so I was just walking along. It felt like somebody hit me in the back of the leg with a bat. And then I looked down and I saw the dog there, and it was a little bit sore. It wasn't too bad, but obviously I then had to go and get it checked out and everything at the health office, so I'd rather avoid that. I've had my rabies shot, but still. So Lake Atitlan is known as the land of the eternal spring. It rarely gets above 26 degrees and it rarely gets below 16 degrees, which is why there's so much beautiful flora everywhere you go. So San Antonio is a lot less touristy than say Panajachel, but no less beautiful. Just waiting on a bit of breakfast here at the Restaurante Palopo. I'm the only one here. Very basic, no frills, a bit like myself. So we got here the traditional Guatemalan breakfast, the bananas, tomatoes, salsa, frijoles, refried beans, and some fried eggs, coffee, and tortillas. More coffee and that view. So you see the kids at the end of the pier there, guys. Mum has got a beer on the go. The ladies here are washing their clothes in the lake. Paddleboards are out, the sun's come out. It's a nice day here on the lake. So not a bad breakfast for 30 quetzales. That's filled me up, ready for the next leg, which is going to be the longest part of the day. I think it's about 12 miles, lots of up and down, and most of it's going to be on the main road. Let's just hope it doesn't start to rain. Looking quite nice at the moment. No, es que tengo que caminar hasta Santiago.
Para un poco, para ver, ¿verdad?
Está bien. Gracias. And this town, San Antonio, is famous for its ceramics, as I've just discovered by the multitude of people trying to sell me ceramics. Well guys, this has just turned out to be beautiful. Very little traffic along this dirt road. I've got a feeling though this is going to be the calm before the storm. We're going to be on the main road soon and it's going to be very different. I have no idea why there's so many butterflies congregating around this puddle, but nice to see. Now how the other half live, eh? Look at this beautiful house here, lovely lawn, swimming pool, private pier, and that view. Completely underestimated how hot this walk was going to be. It's only about 25 degrees, which is nothing compared to how it was in the Caribbean, where I just come from, but when you're hiking up steep hills, it's a whole different kettle of fish. Anyway, I'm just stopping for a breather. Here's the view. That's a lemon tree there in front of us. We've got the whole lake there, beautiful. Little doggy. So here we are on the main road, guys. Just as I was commenting on how hot it is, I don't know if you can see, but clouds are sweeping across the road. It's very cool now, very refreshing. The name of this village is Agua Escondida, which means hidden water. Well, I can tell you where the water is, it's down there. Maybe it was cloudy that day. We're a couple of miles outside of Agua Escondida now, guys. There's not much to report. It's a main road and it's very cloudy. spot is looking good. Feels like I'm walking through some kind of horror movie. The creepy, foggy roads of death. This must be the cloudiest cloud that I've ever walked through. Visibility is about 10 meters at most. Well, I think we're now descending into the town of San Lucas Toliman, our end point for the day, but it's kind of hard to say exactly where we are because, well, you can't see anything. Right guys, just warn you, this might gross you out, so if you've got a sensitive stomach, look away now. Roadkill. Medic. I don't know if that's a giant rat or what it is, but my god, that's big. So I think it might be a weasel or a raccoon. There's livers hanging out and everything. Gross. So just here is the mirador, or the lookout, the viewpoint. Not that there's much to see. Buenas tardes. Right, the good news is we're out of the clouds now. We can see our destination. The bad news, well, you can see it's pouring down. Well, we've made it, folks. San Lucas Toliman. Whoa! I'll just say that is not sound effects, that is real thunder. Yikes. So this town is 95% Maya. Not particularly touristy, as far as I'm aware. I'd never heard of it until I booked accommodation here. Interesting looking Christmas pictures. Christmas mural. And we've arrived earlier than scheduled, so we've got to hang around somewhere before we can check into our accommodation. Well, in comparison to the football pitch we saw earlier, this one isn't too impressive. I'm guessing that's the local men's volleyball team. Looks like the start of a gay porn. Not that I know what gay porns look like. Moving on. Well, I was going to have a walk about town, but the weather is grim, so I'm going to see if we can check in early. Here it is, Kadzik. Alright guys, so this is a little patio area. The house is in there, and they do breakfasts and dinners and stuff. I'm going to be having breakfast tomorrow there. This is the room. Very cosy. Close that door. Very cosy. Very small, but I'm only here for one night, and it's private. And I've got a sink, toilet, and a shower. The best thing is the price. So it's 60 quetzales, which is £6 British money. Where else in the world can you stay in a private room with your own bathroom for £6? Well guys, as you can see behind me, it's turned into quite a nice afternoon. Very scenic down here in San Lucas. The sun is coming out just over by ATITLAN volcano. And we're going to end the video here guys, so I'll see you tomorrow. We're heading over to Santiago. Should be quite a nice easy day tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be raining too much. this town, San Lucas Toliman, was the most tranquilo of the whole lake. Tranquilo meaning quiet. Well, last night it didn't seem like it. It was pretty noisy, so I didn't get a great night's sleep. It was also noisy at 6:30 this morning when someone decided to put music on. Anyway, never mind. It's a beautiful day. Another day in paradise. And we're heading to Santiago. Let's go. Should be a much easier day than yesterday, probably about half the distance we did yesterday to get to Santiago. So we're going to be making a bit of a detour though through the village of Cerro de Oro. Right now we're on the main road, which isn't really as hectic as I thought it might be, so that's a good start. Had a delicious breakfast as well this morning. It was 40 quetzales from the hotel or the guest house, and to be honest I only got it because I felt guilty about how cheap the accommodation was at 60 quetzales. So I said, yeah, I'll have the breakfast for 40 quetzales, and it was absolutely delicious. I wasn't really expecting it to be as nice as it was. I probably should have expected it because the owners are Argentinian and those guys know how to cook. Wow, check out this tuk-tuk. And this is another view of Guatemala, guys, away from the beauty of the lake. A lot of these places won't have electricity, running water coming possibly from a rain tank. Hello. And the people are still friendly. Alright, so it's off the main road now for a bit. I'm assuming this isn't private property anyway. There's no signs anywhere. Oh look, avocado. Hola. Estos son mahunches. ¿Cómo se llaman estos? Mahunche. Hola. Eso se llama mahunche. Mahunche, eso se llama. ¿Hablan español? ¿Hablan español? Ah. ¿Inglés? ¿Hablan inglés? No. Este equipo es inglés. Manchester City. Hola. Esto se llama mohunche, ¿no? Esto, sí.
Esto es mahunche.
Ah, esto es mohunche. ¿Cómo se llama esto entonces?
¿Sabes?
No sabe.
Solo le dicen banano morado. Así le dicen.
Banano morado, ok. Quiero probar solo uno. ¿Cuánto sale esto? ¿Cuál?
¿A qué tal?
Un quetzal, ok. Y me das otro banano, por favor. Para 5 está bien.
Uno.
Sí, uno. Gracias. ¿Qué idioma hablan ustedes?
Tujil.
Tutujil.
Ajá.
¿Cómo se dice buenos días en tu idioma? Skash. Skash. ¿Lo digo bien? Sí. Skash. 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 Ok, gracias. Adiós. Cuenca, ok.
¿Usted de dónde es?
De Inglaterra.
Inglaterra.
Sí.
Inglaterra. Me llevas
Muchas
contigo.
No, muy frío Inglaterra. Prefiero aquí.
¿Vienes aquí?
Sí. Bueno, muchas gracias. Adiós. Hola, Sakash. Well, I tried. It's a real struggle up these hills, not just for walkers but for the tuk-tuks too. Traffic jam. ~10 on a Sunday morning and they're partying already. Alright, we're heading down a jungle path now guys, so where better to try our exotic fruit than a jungle path. Now I don't want any crass remarks about my little purple banana, okay? On the inside it just looks the same as any other banana. Top bit. And it tastes quite sweet. Almost citric. Almost like a sort of orange or a mango taste to it. Nice. Interesting sign just ahead. I won't translate it, but if you know, you know. Chinga chinga. As you see guys, one of the less developed areas of the lake. Well folks, unfortunately All Trails has let me down a bit here, so I thought I was going to be taking this jungle path and getting to some steps and then heading down onto the beach. Well, I've ended up in someone's garden, so I'm going to have to double back, and it's added probably 4 or 5 kilometers onto the walk. Oh, there's a curious looking dog walking up to me, so I think it's time to leave. Let's get out of here. Masses and masses of sugarcane fields and the Atitlán volcano in the background. We're heading back to the main road for a little while. Well, it's been a while since I did one of these. Walking past the camera shot. Well, as you can see, we're back on the main road. If we'd stayed on the main road all the way from San Lucas to Atitlán, we probably would have been there by now. But it wouldn't have been half as fun, and we wouldn't have got to try purple bananas. I mean, it's worth it just for the purple banana. If I die on these roads, it's going to be due to chicken bus. Those drivers don't slow down for anybody. These old rotten avocados just gone to waste. What a shame. That's about £100 worth in Tesco's. Not sure if this is public or private, but we'll give it a go. Guys, All Trails has done it to me again. It's led me down this beautiful path. And this lady at the top there, at the bottom I should say, told me I need to go back because there's no way out down here, where according to All Trails there was. I'm starting to lose my faith in this app. So it's back to the road we go. Starting to get hangry now, folks. Had breakfast at 8 o'clock, now 1:15. All I've had since then is those 2 little bananas. Here comes the chicken bus, coming to run me over. Roadkill. Alright guys, call me a glutton for punishment, but we're going to head off the main road again, down this little track here, and hope that it's going to take us down to the banks of the lake. 3rd time's a charm, right? Fooled you again. Fooled you. Fooled you. Fooled you. Fooled you. Fooled you. Bye. I'm not sure about this, guys. Very agricultural. There is a path. This is bizarre. I mean, according to All Trails, this is a thunder. This is a public trail, but I just can't shake off the feeling that I shouldn't be here. Well, we're risking it, guys. This is where I'll get shot and killed by a Guatemalan farmer. Well, it was nice knowing you, and thanks for watching the videos. It's not worth hitting the subscribe button because there'll be no more videos, but thanks for coming along for the ride. So it's supposed to be a path that goes along the banks of the river, but there's no way. Oh, how do I get myself into these situations? Seriously. That's it, I am cancelling my subscription to All Trails. That is it. I quit All Trails. At least in this country, it's just not worth having. What are you laughing at? I'm gonna have to head back to the main road. I'm hungry, and it's gonna rain soon as well. Look, ominous skies. Here we go. Back again. There's our first view of Santiago. Oh, just see the lightning there? Hear the thunder? It's going to be hammering it down soon. So far in this video you'll have seen a lot of women in their traditional dress. There's men do it as well, not so often but occasionally, like this chap here. You see that lightning? I can only assume it's half time, or these people have all come out to watch these kids fly kites. So after this morning saying it was going to be an easy hike today, it turned out to be just as long, in fact I think slightly longer than yesterday. We've arrived into Santiago, into the town centre at 3 o'clock. Most of the restaurants are closed, so I've had to come to this one, the most touristy restaurant in town, and with touristy prices. So I've just ordered a mar y tierra, how do you say that in English? Surf and turf burger. So we'll see what that's like in a minute. So you might have noticed some of the traditional outfits of the villages here in Lake Atitlan, and here's a little guide. Santa Catarina, Palopó, San Antonio, Palopó, Panahache, San Lucas, Toliman. 4 towns that we were in yesterday. It wasn't cheap, but it looks pretty decent to be fair. I may or may not have a cocktail on the go there as well. It's a pretty darn good burger to be fair. Well, the good news is the rain stopped just before we left the restaurant, and this is the main square of St. James the Apostle, Santiago Apostol, the parochial church. Pretty impressive, huh? That's not a Spanish flag up there, that's the flag of Santiago, the town. And over there is the volcano of Santiago. Pretty impressive. Alright guys, so this is my broom. It's a bit more expensive than the one yesterday, £12.50. Oh, absolutely extortionate. And it's just this bit here, so this is all we've got. The privacy, and you can actually, well, if you're really tall you can see over the top, and there's one next door as well, and I don't know what's in there, and the bathroom is down a corridor, so nice and clean, basic, but for the price, I mean, come on. Alright guys, so this is the common area of the Osteria, as it's called, the Osteria del Centro. We've got water, we've got cooking facilities, microwave and a fridge, and up here we've got some traditional trousers. This is what the men of Santiago wear, and over here best of all we've got a balcony so I can sit here and chill out, watch the world go by. Okay, it's not much of a view, lots of power lines and it's probably going to rain soon. Some drunk people down there, they sound drunk anyway, and yeah, Santiago isn't the most picturesque of towns around the lake. In fact, it's possibly the least picturesque, at least the ones I know of. Tomorrow should be a, oh, I'm not going to say it, tomorrow should be a less complicated day than today. We have to head around San Pedro volcano. So there's only really one route, and that's skirt around the roadway. So we're not going to see much of the lake until we get to San Pedro, and it's going to be road walking all the way. Probably not the best day tomorrow, but you know, it's got to be done. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Morning, guys. It's 8:10, and I'm leaving the hotel, hostel, whatever it is, and I was told to come down at 8 for breakfast. I haven't paid for breakfast, but I was told they were serving breakfast at 8, and there's nobody around, so I'm just going to leave. I'm recording this mainly for my own protection because I need to open the door and then put the key back, but I can't lock the door so anyone can sort of walk in. But it's not my fault they're not at work when they said they were going to be. Alright, let's go find some breakfast. It's a beautiful day. small breakfast. I've got a latte burrito here, which I'll open up for you in a minute, and a strawberry milkshake. And there we have it, guys. As it's a breakfast burrito, we've got ham, egg, avocado and rice. Should give us plenty of energy for the walk ahead. Do you ever have those huge breakfasts where after eating it you just want to go back to bed? Well, that's how I feel right now, but we don't have time for that. 22 kilometers, mostly along the main road to San Pedro. Let's go. All right, one last look back at Santiago as we continue along to San Pedro. Got a nice little start to the walk today. Along the banks of the lake. I don't know how long we're going to be walking along the banks for, so we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Buenos días.
Obviamente el tuk-tuk. Es mejor regresarte en lancha.
En lancha, sí, sí, bueno. Ok, bueno, puedes seguir caminando.
No hay problema,
hasta allá
amigo.
y,
No hay problema,
y
no hay
a ver.
problema, no hay problema. Solo
Sí.
es una
sugerencia.
para que tú estés bien. Nosotros tratamos de cuidar el visitante que venga a nuestro pueblo.
Sí.
Entonces, de aquí a San Pedro no es recomendable
Okay.
viajar.
Okay.
¿Sí?
Bueno, que lo haga, let's go.
No hay problema. Bendiciones. Feliz día.
Okay. Well, I only managed to record a small part of that conversation, but what the tuk-tuk driver was saying there was that it's dangerous between here and San Pedro, and people, even in cars, have been pulled over and robbed. And he said, yeah, it's kind of dangerous for someone walking. He'd recommend that I go back and get the boat to San Pedro, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Plus, these tuk-tuk drivers, quite often they say these things to try and get a fare. So we continue living dangerously. What are you creeping up behind me? Well, I've been pleasantly surprised today. We've had some spectacular views. Looking out across there, that's Santiago, and we've come all the way around here. However, now we go around the corner, and this is where we start our circumnavigation of San Pedro volcano to get to San Pedro the town. So this bit is going to be a bit of a long drag, I believe, unless there's another pleasant surprise along the way. Let's hope so. Whoa! I'm glad I wasn't walking under that when that fell. Jeez! It's a long road, not a lot of traffic, not much going on. So we're about 100 metres into a 500 metre climb, and I said it's going to be less complicated today. It really isn't, because it's a lot hotter today than it was yesterday or the day before, especially going uphill in the direct sunlight. It's tough going, but another 400 metres and about, I don't know, 10 miles, 14 kilometres, 15 kilometres, something like that. There's always somebody watching. So police there just driving off. They offered me a lift all the way into San Pedro. I said no thanks, I'm enjoying the walk. And there she is, San Pedro volcano, or at least half of it that you can see. Buenas tardes. Lovely house here, lovely multicolored steps. Never seen flowers in tyres like that before. Interesting. I've got a coffee farm here. Here's the lovely coffee beans. Look at the beautiful uniforms the coffee pickers wear. For those of you that have been following me for a long time, if you can remember what happened the last time I went to a banana plantation, leave a comment. Just getting a selfie on the zip wire. And I think here is where you start the hike up to volcano, San Pedro there in the background. Buenas tardes. Por aquí empieza el sendero para el volcán.
Sí.
Ah, es por ahí. Ah, bueno. Sí. Hoy no, ya es tarde.
Sí, es tarde.
Sí.
Mañana es posible.
Mañana en el amanecer.
Sí,
Sí.
mejor.
¿A qué hora recomiendas?
Es mejor. ¿Tú quieres ver el amanecer o solo?
Oh, tal vez sí.
Es más temprano.
Ah, como las 3 o algo así.
Sí.
Ajá. ¿Y cuántas horas más o menos?
3
para
horas.
3 horas. Ok. Muy bien, gracias. Yeah, I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to hike 3 hours. Bloody terrified of dogs. You know the old saying, once bitten, twice shy. The guy's in the trees just there, stalking his prey. Let me zoom in. Vulture. And he's not alone. Let me zoom out again. Over here. Look. Loads of vultures. Must have a nest here. Ooh. Hello. Oh. There they go. It's just started to rain, guys. As you can see, the sky is pretty dark. We've got to come down the road here, and that's San Pedro over there. Hey! Malo. I don't blame you. Oh, you can't beat a nice lemonade after a long walk and that view. Nice little football stadium. San Pedro, St. Peter, just arriving. San Pedro, I've been here a couple of times. It's quite a popular town with expats and whatnot. There's quite a few trendy little restaurants and bars and stuff. There's also quite a few hostels, like party hostels, which really isn't my scene. So I've gone for a place a little bit outside of the town. However, it is lunchtime, so we're gonna go into the town now, get something to eat, something a bit different because you know, I've had Guatemalan food quite a lot recently. So we're gonna try a different cuisine. Wow, there's a lot of construction going on. Here it is, takoyaki Japan ramen. Hello. Well folks, that was delicious and very different from what I've been used to eating. I bet you weren't expecting to see Japanese food in Guatemala. Right, it's time to find the accommodation. Well, this one, bizarrely, I think it's down this alleyway, but I might be wrong. Oh God. Ah, there you go, yeah. Hotel Playa Linda, which means beautiful beach. And I think it has got a beach down at the bottom there, so we can check that out in a little while. There you are. Welcome. Hotel Playa Linda.
Es aquí.
Muy bien. Una pregunta, ¿estas frutas aquí son liches?
No,
No.
esos son mísperos.
Mísperos.
¿Tú quieres bajar?
Ah.
Están ricos.
¿Ah, sí?
Me gusta
¿Puedo
mucho.
probar? Ok.
Sí, tú tienes una altura.
Sí, sí. Bueno. A ver. Muy dulce.
Sí.
Está rico. Gracias. Well, here we are, guys. The accommodation for this evening. There's the lovely hosts. This is the room. Pretty basic, and it's a shared bathroom, which is out here. There we go. I say shared, but I'm the only one staying here. In fact, looking at the guest book, I'm the first one to stay here for like 2 weeks. So, and the price of the room, drum roll please, is £6, 60 quetzales. Crazy. I don't know. I feel bad, and that includes breakfast as well. So I have to give them a tip in the morning, because otherwise I'll have a guilty conscience. Anyway, let's go for a little walk. Check out this Linda Playa. Yes, guys, this place is awesome. Wow, nice. Love it. These have got to be boats that they used years ago, decades ago, when it was less developed here. Have a swim over there. Whoop. Hello. Still terrified. Still terrified of the dogs. So not only are they having a swim, but they're also washing. They've got the shampoo and soap out and everything. So it's somewhat of a tradition on my hiking videos, guys, that I try a local drink, and this video is no different. I've got here a bottle of Quetzalteca, which is a Guatemalan aguardiente. An aguardiente is like a brandy made of sugarcane, especially popular on this side of the Atlantic. This one is orange flavour, and it's 17% Quetzalteca. There you go, you've got a nice little Guatemalan lady in her traditional dress there, brandishing a bottle. Bottoms up. It's all right. It's drinkable. Probably wouldn't be my go-to, but that's 12 quetzales, so I'm not going to complain. A 6 out of 10. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today. I was going to hang around for the sunset, but it's a bit cloudy and there's loads of mosquitoes about as well. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'm going to drink the rest of this Quetzalteca, get an early night, and if I'm awake in time and it's sunny in the morning, we'll come back down for the sunrise.